Hey guys, welcome to the Winner's Circle. We're here joined by the first evicted house guest, unfortunately, Travis. Travis, what's up, brother?
What's up, boys? This is a sexy group of Big Brother men here. I'm loving this.
I love
See,
this guy.
he's still in Big Brother mode.
Yeah, he's
That's
still
it.
he's still playing the game. All right.
Absolutely.
So
Hey, we're
we're
gonna dive right into it, brother.
yeah. So first question, dude, we have for you is I'm sure you had some crazy expectations going into the house. And so when you got in that house, was it exactly what you expected? And then if not, how was it different?
It was not at all what I expected, my guys. I hopped in there thinking I was going to be, lying, killing, cheating, stealing, whatever it took, lying to faces, kicking ass, taking names.
Yeah.
And when I got in there, I was like, damn it to hell. This is the most charming group of human beings I've ever, had the greatest opportunity to be with. So immediately right off the bat, I was like, I can't lie to these people's faces. I kind of switched up and said, well, maybe my charismatic personality will take over a little bit. I'll socialize the hell out of these people, and we'll all be big homies, and I'll kind of just ride into whatever alliances they take me with, just riding on our personal relationship a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, it's an interesting game, and when everyone goes in there, they come to play now. So I don't blame you
Yeah.
one bit. But with that, there's going to be a lot of people watching this who are, want to play the game down the road. So now that you've had the chance to go into the house, what advice would you have for future house guests that may be playing the game after you?
Yeah, absolutely. So don't put, personal relationships over strategy. I think people would have been, I think it would have been a lot more well received if I had came up to people earlier on and just been very, very straightforward and that, hey, I want to work with you. Here are my directives. Here are objectives I want to accomplish. Are you in or are you out? And instead, I played a little too into and the personal side of things, kind of wanted to form legitimate bonds with people. And at the end of the day, while we are social creatures, and I was kind of banking on that, the Big Brother house is not about being buddy buddy. It's about strategy. It's about people wanting to win money, and they'll do whatever it takes for that. So that whatever it takes looks like forming those alliances early, and maybe pushing aside your personal socialization goals.
Yeah, listen, dude, it's really tough. And the first week is a whirlwind and stuff changes in an instant. So you did a great job. It's just unfortunate how it turned out. We're going to take a fan question now that got asked on our Instagram from @Tori Caldwell. She said, why did you decide to share your real career when at first you said you were going to go in and hide it and just play dumb surfer dude?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. So I went in there. She's totally right. With the perception, I wanted to be perceived as someone that was just totally chilled down to just gonna go with the flow of any directive anyone gave me. Never have a unique thought of my own in my dome. And the problem there was that it bit my ass on day one when I was literally the last one picked for a team.
Yeah.
And the reasoning behind that that Whitney gave me was, dude, you didn't sell yourself at all. Like it sounds like you literally just hang out in the sand. That sucks. And I was like, man, I need to really switch up and, provide some value and be, a utility to someone to put me into their alliance. And so that's what, created that desire in me to kind of push, oh, well, I have some sort of wits about me. I've authored this book. I graduated from a business school early. I've started businesses that are successful. And I think it was about finding that equilibrium. And I think I actually tipped it a little too much to where that then kind of put a target on my back and I became threatening in and of itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, first impression is everything. Like Cody said, especially in the first week, it can make or break you. We got another Instagram question from our Winner's Circle crew. We want to include them in this. So this question's from @Bridget0809. She asked, Travis, do you think there were alliances in the house? And if so, who were they?
You know what? I don't know if this is kind of showing that I am totally and completely oblivious or that it's kind of a testament to the fact that there is some damn good sneakery going around in that house. But I legitimately, I knew obviously first week people are going to be talking, chatting each other up and trying to feel each other out for potential alliances. I did not think it was as well formulated and I did not think it already had a name. So at the end of the day, short answer, no, I didn't really know Slaughterhouse existed. And I was just, some pulled pork at the end of that.
Listen, man, stuff
That
like
wasn't
that.
the only
yeah.
one. That wasn't the only
Yeah,
one.
there
You got
were-
some- Wait
yeah.
to get your phone back.
Yeah, there were
you
quite
go.
a few, but listen, you dealt with the cards that you work with the cards that you were dealt, and stuff happens really fast. Sometimes it doesn't in the first week, but this one it came off flying. So we got another question for you. It is, if you could go back and you were actually the one that won HOH, who would have been your, all things considered, who would have been your nominations and why?
Yeah, see, I think I got to go with Sweet Eyes himself, Mr. Christian. The guy is just like a more handsome version of me walking around there. There's not enough room in that house for two surfer guys. He's a hell of a competitor. He sweet talks. He sweet talks so well. He might have been able to convince me otherwise of putting him up. I mean, I think he would have been the best target just because it seems like he's kind of really easily manipulated. I think Alyssa kind of has him wrapped around her finger with any sort of potential prospect of a showman's looming. So there's a lot of reasons I would have gone with him.
Who would have been your second nom?
See, that's a tough one. I think, unfortunately, it would have had to be Hannah. I think she is the smartest in the house in terms of any sort of memory comps that will come up. I think she's a hell of an intellect. But by the same accord, it seems like she kind of totally fumbled the bag in the competition that she did compete in. And that would, kind of just be easy pickings as a reasoning for why to put her up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's
so
good.
you
That's
have
fair.
your people why they would be easy to put up. Let me ask you this. Again, limited time in the house. If you had to say the one person who you think is in the best position right now after leaving yourself, who would that be and why?
I think it's Kylan. Obviously, it's an easy shot to say he's head of household now, so he has all the power. But beyond that, I think he is an insane sweet talker. He has, those beautiful pearly whites gleaming at everyone in the house, and it seems like it's totally worked. Everyone is on his side, and I'll say this. I think he's in the most unique position in the house in that if kind of the preschool antics come out and the girls start siding with the girls and the guys start siding with the guys, I think he is the only one well-positioned enough to interplay between both of those and kind of be that glue and, that transfer of knowledge between them, just because he has very intimate relationships, it seems like individually with everyone.
Yeah, that's a great answer, dude. I got to be honest with you. I thought if you were somebody that could sink your teeth into the game, would have done really well. Just from what I saw from you in the beginning, how you answered stuff in your interviews, I thought you were going to go much further. It's unfortunate to see you here. But one last question we got to know. You teased it a little bit. What happened between you and Frenchie before the eviction?
Yes, classic. So, I mean, there's two avenues of forward movement for me, right? I could have just blown his ass into outer space in front of everybody in the kind of the pre-eviction speech I gave, or I could kind of strategically tell the right people that I wanted to kind of inject longevity into their game so they could then have that card up their sleeve, utilize it when they want. And ultimately, I went with the latter decision to just tell kind of my the comrades I had closest in the house. That was my own team, the Queens. So I rocked with Tiffany, Kai, and Claire. Told them, and then I told Derrick X and Brent as well, just to be highly cautious of Frenchie. I wouldn't recommend it being someone they align with long term, because he's a complete and utter liar is what it comes down to. He gave me his word very first day. It was a bold word to give to begin with, that I came into the house with him first, and thus I would have safety with him for the entirety of his head of household reign. That ended up, being royal BS. Here I am talking to you guys, and I just told him that. And more so than that, I told Frenchie that to his face. I was like, man, I gotta tell people, and you are totally not a man of your word. If you do this. And he looked me in the eyes and he said, I know I am. It's like, okay, yep. I'm spilling the beans, man. There it was.
I got to tell you, one of my biggest fears was someone blowing up my game before they left, because there's really no damage control you can do after that. So as you continue to watch the season, which I'm sure you will, you're going to see the residual effects of those conversations that you had, because I promise you, they're gonna. When trust is trying to be built that early in the game, what you said to those individuals is definitely going to play a factor. Listen, Travis, we appreciate you joining us here on the Winner's Circle. I'm sure the fans are going to be happy to hear from you, but I'm sure when you get your phone back, they're going to have a lot of questions for you directly to you. So where can they follow you? Because I'm sure you'll be weighing in on the rest of the season.
Yeah, so hit me up on the gram. It's at Travis Garrett Long. That's 2 R's, 1 T in Garrett, and your boy will be cranking out some answers for everyone.
Love that,
Absolutely.
man.
Again, Travis, thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us on the Winner's Circle. Good luck, and welcome to the BB family.
I appreciate you, brothers. Y'all have a good one.
Yep,
Take
you
care,
too,
man.
buddy.